Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Mrs. AB, and I'm so excited to be doing this. I'm so excited to be back. So, before I get to the business of the day, I want to update you guys on what will be going on this channel as well as my social media platforms. So, this year I will be hosting tons of guests to share with us their experiences on so many matters or so many issues, and also on how to live a purposeful life, how to be financially independent, and so many more. So I want you guys to expect nothing but fantastic, very productive stuff from this channel as well as my social media handles. Specifically on my Instagram, I would be doing some lives and a couple of things, as well as on my podcast too. I will leave the links in the description box, so you can just go there, tap on it, and then follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and subscribe to this channel as well, and also on my podcast. So let's get to the business of the day. Many a times we find ourselves in places where we are asking for things. We ask for promotions, we ask for raises in salaries, we ask for marriages, a couple of things. We ask them from our employers, we ask them from God, we ask them from our superiors. But have we sat down to reflect on this? Are we asking right? When we are asking with the right intentions? Are we asking right, basically? So I would like to delve into that, and in doing so I would make reference to Luke 15:11-24. This is a parable that was said by the greatest teacher who ever lived on earth, Jesus. And in this parable, he taught us how to ask right. Because sometimes we ask for things and then we don't get them, and we are asking, why didn't I get this? But are you sure you are even asking right? And it's how you're asking producing results for you. So this parable is basically about the prodigal son, which I know is very popular. So many of you have heard of it. The prodigal son asked for his inheritance. And the first point I would like to make out of this parable is that he asked for his inheritance too early. Usually, when a man or a person wants to give out an inheritance, it's usually when he writes his will, he's about to die, or he's ready to retire and then leave out his inheritance to his children. The prodigal son had an elder brother. And then he went to his father one day and was like, "Daddy, give me my inheritance." His father was not even in a position to write out his will or give him his inheritance, but he asked for it. He was even the youngest out of the two sons, but he asked for his inheritance, which was too early. Imagine a 5-year-old child asking his father to buy him a 4-wheel drive. And it really doesn't sound so well. 5-year-old, how are you even going to drive this car that you are asking for? How are you even going to operate it? So if you are asking for something and then it is too early, sometimes you don't get the results. You are 15 years old and you're asking God to be married in the next 6 months or in the next 1 year. It doesn't even make sense. You are asking too early, and it is as a result of that you are not getting the right results or any answers from that. So in this year, as we are making plans, or we've made plans for the year, we have to sit down and reflect. Are we asking for what we are asking too early, or we are asking at the right time? The second point is also that he was not ready or prepared to receive it. Sometimes when we ask for things and we don't receive it, it is not because whoever we are asking from does not want to give it to us, but it is because we are not ready or matured or prepared to receive it. When we ask for something from God and then God is saying, "Okay, hold on," and we are rushing it and he gives it to us, and he knows that you are not really matured for it, you realize that you start handling it, and at a point in time you are stuck and you don't know what to do. You don't know where to go from where you are stuck at. So when you ask unprepared or immatured and not ready to receive what you are asking for, it is going to cause you a lot of harm than good. That thing might actually be important as you are thinking of, but you might not be prepared enough to receive it. Let me make this very relatable. When I was around 21 years, I actually started praying for a couple of things at that age, but I realized now that if I was given those things back then, I would not have actually I would not be in a position where I was prepared to receive them or value them or put so much like importance to those things. Imagine me asking God for a marriage, and then I was like 21 years, I hadn't prepared myself financially, emotionally, mentally, and then I got married at the age of 21 years. Unprepared, totally unprepared for what goes on in marriage, not knowing how to cook, not knowing how to be a wife, not knowing how to like keep a home, and then God gives me that marriage. Am I not going to mess up? So sometimes when we act unprepared, we don't get the results, we don't get what we are looking for, because we are unprepared. We are not matured enough to receive what we are asking for. You're asking for a promotion. Are you prepared to stay in that room for 6 hours defending people? Are you prepared to like listen to your subordinates? Are you prepared to go down to their level? Are you prepared to even handle the stress that comes with that promotion? So let us learn to ask right. The third point is that he acts with a wrong motive. And with this, I want to quote something from James chapter 4 verses 3, and I read. It says, "You ask and do not receive because you ask with wrong motives to spend it on your passions." This is not me saying it, or this is the Bible saying it. It says that you ask and you do not receive because you ask with wrong motives to spend it on your pleasures. Hey! So imagine asking for money. That is what the prodigal son did. He asked for his inheritance and he spent it on women, he spent it drinking, he spent it on fancy things, he spent it on like a very lavish lifestyles, and then in the end he lost everything. So if you are asking for something and then the motive is wrong, please, you are not going to receive it. This is very, very important. Why are you asking for what you are asking for? If you are asking for twins, if you are asking for a car, are you asking for it in order to show it off? Are you asking for it because there is somebody you want to actually shame? Hey, God no go shame us. So you're asking for it and you want to receive it because that person so who are, or if the person sees you, like the person will be like, hey, wow, or what? You want to shame somebody, that's why you're asking for it. Then you won't receive it. So when we are asking, we have to make sure that whatever we are asking for is actually with the right intention. If you are asking God for something, if you are asking your employer for something, you have to make sure that the motive behind it is right, not to destroy someone else, not to put another person to shame. Imagine somebody asking for a child to impact, pass on a legacy, and then you are asking for a child just to show off. You want to be a mother of twins just to show off. Imagine that. God will not answer that prayer. God will rather answer the prayer of the person who wants to impact or pass on something that is more generational. Trust me. So if we want to ask right, we have to ask well. And there are times that you might not necessarily have to say why you're asking, but God knows it all. He knows what is going on in your mind, and he knows why you're asking for what you're asking. So we have to turn our wrong intentions into positive ones so that we can receive whatever we are asking for. Last but not the least, he asked at the wrong time. Trust me, his father was not even dead. His father was not even prepared to write his will, and he just came and he was like, "Father, give me my inheritance." If you were in his father's shoes, what would you have said? The timing was wrong. The time he asked for his inheritance was actually the wrong time, because a short period of time that he asked for his inheritance, a famine struck, and he had already spent his inheritance on like fancy stuff, on things, on his pleasures, and then he didn't even save, he didn't even plan for the future. So imagine asking for something at the wrong time and God gives it to you and you don't even know what to do with it. You don't even know that you have to plan or save something for the future, and the timing is also wrong. God will not give it to you. If you ask for something and then the time is wrong, if you are asking for a promotion and then the time is wrong, if you are asking to be married and the time is wrong, if you are asking for money and your parents don't have like money at that time and the timing is wrong, do you think they would even have it to give it to you? The timing is wrong. If you are asking for something and the timing is wrong, you will not receive it. So we have to also pray, be directed to ask for what we are asking for with the right time or at the right timing. The Bible says in Ecclesiastes that God makes everything beautiful in his own time. If the timing is wrong, my dear, you will not receive what you are asking for. So in this year, as we all eagerly prepare ourselves for what is coming, looking forward to do greater things, do new things, achieve greater heights, we have to learn to ask right if we want results, if we want better results, so that we can have all the answers to whatever questions we have or the requests to whatever stuff we have asked for. And finally, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, if you haven't followed me on my social media handles, please, you are going to miss this. This is going to be a very intriguing like media for us to share stuff on. So let's get interactive. Subscribe, follow, do it all, share, and let us have this. Catch you guys later. Bye.